Hello, my name is Shakeema Hughes, and I just wanted to come to you this evening just to share a little bit of my story with you in hopes that it can encourage you and inspire you to want to move forward despite what may be in your way, any obstacles, any roadblocks that's just like have you in a position where you have to stop and think about what it is that you're doing. And I just want to let you know to don't stop, to just keep moving forward, because the reason why you're doing the things that you're doing is bigger than what's trying to stop you. I had a lot of roadblocks in my day, and I can say that I've used those roadblocks to allow me to keep moving forward. I'm a single mother. I have a beautiful daughter. She inspires me and she motivates me every day to just keep moving forward. I have 2 jobs, so for all my working moms out there, I understand. I understand the struggle every now and then, being overwhelmed, being overworked, and how your job never stops. When you finish working, you have to come home and be a full-time mom. And on top of that, I'm also a student. I'm still pursuing my dream to get my education and get a bachelor's degree. So on top of working 2 jobs and being a full-time single parent, I also go to school full-time. So I just want to encourage you that if you want to give up, if it just seems like it's too much on your plate, to just don't stop. Think about the reasons why you're doing the things that you're doing. I also want to share with you the fact that in 2004, my daughter was 1 year old, and things started to get a little crazy for me. And I say that because I was a new mom. I was just really stepping into figuring out how this whole motherhood thing worked, and I knew that I wanted the best for myself, and I knew that I wanted the best for my daughter. So I continued to work. I continued to go to school. But what happened was I didn't get to see my daughter grow up. I missed a lot of those important times, like when my daughter first started walking. I missed it because if I wasn't at work, I was at school, and I'm telling you guys that really did something to me. But I knew that if I didn't continue to work, and if I didn't continue to educate myself so that I can provide a better life for the both of us, then life as I know it now would not be the same. So I continued my education. I continued to move forward with life, and I ended up getting a good job, so I thought, at the time, at a well-known bank in the area that I live in. And I tell you, working at that bank, it was an experience. It really taught me and showed me that people can really be people are so disrespectful sometimes, and people feel like because they have the authority over you that they could tell you to do whatever they want to tell you to do, and that it's okay. I was pregnant while I was working at that job, and the way the people that were managing me treated me, it just let me know at that moment, at that very moment, that I didn't want anybody dictating my income. I didn't want anybody telling me what to do if it wasn't the right thing to do. I feel like a leader is someone that tells you what to do, and they help to see you through it. They're not just like, do this because I say do it and that's it. It wasn't what I thought a boss should be, and I ended up being correct. And it made me want to go out there and research how to find ways to make my own money and allow me to spend more time at home with my daughter. So I want to fast forward 2 years for the sake of time, because that's when I had my first network marketing experience. And it was a great experience. I learned a lot from the company. I learned a lot to help me personally develop and to help me professionally develop within the business that I was in. But that didn't last long, because I still had the mindset of an employee. I didn't have the mindset of an entrepreneur. I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur because of the experience that I had a few years ago. I didn't want anybody to dictate my income and to treat me the way that I was treated. So I knew that I knew from that moment that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So when this opportunity came my way, I was like, oh, this is it. I've always had 2 jobs, like I stated earlier. So I quit my part-time job because I knew that with this business, I was going to be able to make the money that I need to take care of myself, to take care of my daughter, to be able to spend more time with her, so that I wouldn't miss those important moments. So to shorten that a little bit, that worked out well for a little while. But then I realized that I needed to learn how to be an entrepreneur. I had to have that mindset that I needed to be able to keep moving forward in my business. So because I wasn't at a state where I can afford to hold off on it and learn about how to be an entrepreneur, I went back to what I knew, which was working a 9-to-5. So I kept the 9-to-5 that I had, but I ended up doing something else that I really wanted to do, which was being a licensed cosmetologist. And that all happened during 2008. So from 2008 to now, I've always worked 2 jobs. Like I said, I dipped into a few more network marketing businesses, but I knew that without having the entrepreneur mindset that I needed and that spirit to just keep going in spite of what obstacle I may have, I knew that I was going to keep having to work a 9-to-5, a part-time job, and if I wanted to move up within the job that I had, I needed to go to school to get a degree. So I want to fast forward to where I am now, which is in a happy place, because I have found a community that will help me to pay all my bills. All the bills that I have, this community has given me the skill set. Because skill set is important. Without skill set, we won't know what to do. We'll just go moving right along thinking we know what we're doing, and when you really don't. You have to learn, you have to apply, you have to be taught, and you have to be teachable. So I was in a position to where I said, you know what? You have to get somewhere, sit down, and truly understand what it is to be an entrepreneur. You have to truly understand the mindset behind it. You have to truly understand what it takes, so that when you go out there, you can understand what's going to happen. I will go out there and speak to people and wouldn't get the reaction that I thought I was going to get, because I wasn't clear on what was going on. So you have to be clear on what you're doing. You have to remember your why. My reason for wanting to be an entrepreneur was because I wanted to dictate my own income. My reasons why I wanted to be an entrepreneur was to be able to spend more time with my daughter. My reasons why I wanted to be an entrepreneur is because I want to work smarter and not work hard. Guys, I mean, I know you don't know me, which is why I'm telling you all this, but I have worked 2 jobs and went to school off and on for over 10 years now. Okay? I need y'all to understand this. Over 10 years of working 2 jobs and going to school off and on, it was times in my body where I was sick because I was exhausted. I was exhausted physically, I was exhausted mentally, I was exhausted spiritually, and I was just in a place where I just felt so low. And then I really had to get out of my own way and pray and ask God to lead me, to order my steps, because I knew that if I allowed God to step in, then I couldn't go wrong. And once I started doing that, doors have truly opened up for me like you wouldn't believe. I have gotten in contact with so many people that allowed me to have so many resources, because see, God is my source and he provides the resources. So when I went and I looked and I researched everything that God has spoke to me about, it made so much sense. And I can sit here and tell you today that I was able this year to take my daughter on a vacation. And when I saw the smile on her face, I was able to take her to Disney World. And seeing the smile on her face and how she lit up with excitement as a mom, that is what touched me. I want to see that smile on her face all of the time. It did so much to me. It was just like, yes, this is what I have been wanting, to be able to take my daughter on vacations, for us to be able to spend more time together as a family and still be able to generate the income that I need. I'm sorry. I get so emotional talking about it, because this is what life is like for me. And it felt so good to be able to take her on that vacation. And I realized this is what I want more of. I want more time spent with my daughter, trying to make up for that time lost, working 2 jobs all of her life, and and not getting to spend that time with her that I want. In the community that I have researched and now I'm a part of, it allows me to leverage my time better. It gives me the skill set and gives me the tools to learn how to work smarter and not harder. It allows me to learn and know and put in place everything that I need so that I can retire early. And I know that it's someone out there right now that has those same goals, to retire early, to spend more time with their child or their children. It's someone out there right now that is looking to be an entrepreneur but don't know how, don't know where to start, don't know where to go. It's someone out there right now that's already an entrepreneur but wants to know how to take their business to the next level. It's someone out there right now that has no job at all but is driven and has that drive to want to know how to get started so that they can make life better for themselves and for their family. I know all about that life. I was definitely in a place where I needed all of that and more, but I am so glad to say that I have found a system that truly allows me to do that. And guys, when you see me in the next 3 months, when you see me in the next 6 months, I'm not going to be the same person you see today. I'm going to be better off. I'm going to be more educated, and I'm claiming it because I know that this is what life is supposed to be like for me. So if you're ready to take that step, if you're ready to take action, do it. Don't let anything stop you. Things are always going to happen. You're going to feel like the time isn't always right. But I'm telling you guys, the time is right and the time is right now. Don't spend another year trying to figure out things, because that year is going to go by and you're still going to be in the same place you're in right now. Don't stop. Keep moving forward. To learn more about it, I need you guys to go to ShakeemaHughes.com. It's ShakeemaHughes.com. Or you can go to trulyevolvethemovement.com. My name is Shakeema Hughes. I hope that inspired you to keep moving forward. Truly evolve, guys. Do what you have to do to make it to that next level. And I hope that this has helped you. God bless you all.